Hello guys, HL here, coming to you with another World of Warships Blitz video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys one of the ways you can provide anti-aircraft fire support for your team. For this video, I will be using the USS Brooklyn, the American light cruiser. Brooklyn's main power is her AA guns together with her AA Defense Alert consumable. The consumable makes her AA pretty good, which is really good for taking out plane spammers from carriers like IJ and Kaga. Her guns, they are at 152mm, which makes them really good for taking out destroyers with their armor penetrating shells. Their HE, while the fire chance isn't like very high, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 4%, but the sheer number of HE shells that can be fired when firing all guns gives you a decent chance of setting fires to enemy ships, especially battleships, as they might be vulnerable to fires. Before we get into the video though, I just wanted to tell you guys that originally I was planning to upload another tips and tricks video instead of this video this week, but school has started, which means I am having a lot of assignments right now, so I'm not able to complete the tips and tricks video in time. I will be uploading it next week. If you guys don't want to miss the next tips and tricks video, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications bell. With that, let's hop into today's video. As you guys can see, the enemy carrier is a Kaga. Kaga, while she doesn't have fighters, she can control 5 squadrons of planes, 3 of which are torpedo bomber squadrons and 2 of which are dive bomber squadrons. While she doesn't have fighters to defend her planes from enemy fighters, she makes up for the lack of fighters with lots of planes. She can essentially lose a whole squadron of, or rather, all 5 squadrons and still have enough planes to replenish all of them. As you can see, when I noticed there's a Kaga in the enemy, I decided that I'll be playing for AA fire support. So, I'm turning my ship in, aligning myself with the planes so I can get my large and small caliber anti-aircraft guns to shoot at the planes, and I activate AA Defense Alert. So Kaga is trying to bomb me. I'm turning to hope her bombs miss. I was also turning because I was expecting her to torp me, but she's gone to torp the West Virginia. In my opinion, I don't personally think that targeting a West Virginia is a wise choice for carrier because West Virginia's AA is still pretty good. As you can see from the first run, Kaga's first run, I've already taken out 7 planes, which is pretty decent if you ask me. The only American light cruiser or American cruiser that can really have a competition or I think beat Brooklyn in terms of AA fire support is the USS Atlanta, as she has a level 3 AA Defense Alert consumable, while I only have a level 1 on this ship. So now, I'm firing HE at the Nagato, hoping to get fires. I'm still sailing around the battleships here, and I'm asking for our friendly carrier, the friendly ranger, to release his fighters to defend our ships from the planes. As you can see, the ranger fighters are going in to take out the Kaga planes, but Kaga simply has too many planes, which means the ranger can't cope with all of them. That's why I'm basically sailing around this area, trying to shoot as many planes as possible with my AA. While the planes are on the other side, I don't really want to turn out, as there's a Queen Elizabeth there, which if I turn out broadside and she shoots HE or AP at me, it will really hurt. At this point, I'm just spamming the Nagato with HE, which is what this ship's good for doing, since her reload time is pretty short at 8.5 seconds for a tier 7 cruiser. The Nagato's almost dead. I fire another salvo, but the King George V snags the kill. I am pretty sure at this point that the Kaga, like as predicted, will target our side of the flank, so I stay here, activate AA Defense Alert, and camp here and basically shoot planes. So, as you can see, Kaga's losing lots of planes. She's trying to torp me, but it's hard to control 3 squadrons, so I managed to dodge all her torpedoes. As you can see on the screen, Kaga is really starting to lose quite a great number of planes. and the Akatsuki just appeared. I'm trying to protect my battleships as West Virginia is not the fastest ship, so I don't want her to get torped, so I start shooting at the Akatsuki. Meanwhile, I also spam some HE at the Queen Elizabeth, hoping to pick up some fires. The Akatsuki is in the concealment range again, so I was basically hoping that the carrier would spot her. The carrier doesn't spot her, but I activate hydroacoustic surge and I notice the torpedoes and manage to dodge them. Meanwhile, I'm still firing at Queen Elizabeth, and as usual, Kaga has sent his planes here again. The Ranger is trying to fight the planes with fighters, but Ranger fighters are just not strong enough to take down a full 5 squadrons worth of planes. The only carrier which can effectively take down all the planes from Kaga, if I'm not mistaken, is the American carrier Saipan. Saipan has really good fighters, 2 squadrons of them, incredibly fast, incredibly high health pool, and most importantly, high damage. Now, I've switched over to AP shells and am firing on the Akatsuki. Generally, I use AP shells when firing at destroyers because 152mm AP generally doesn't overpen on destroyers much, or even if it does, I will still get a decent number of penetrations. I'm asking our carrier to send some of his planes over there so I can spot him and shoot at him. Or rather, the carrier will help us spot and I can shoot at the Akatsuki. While the Brooklyn is fairly agile, I don't want to rush because if she torps me, I will still die. On the other hand, the Akatsuki has some other plans apparently. She's heading for the Ranger. So I'm trying my best, firing HE, trying to take her out before she takes out the Ranger. But she fires torps. Japanese torps hit really hard, which means the Ranger is going down. But the Akatsuki is still sailing in a straight line, which means I fire another salvo of AP shells, and there goes the Akatsuki. Meanwhile, the Kaga is trying to kill the King George V, and I'm still sailing around trying to provide AA fire support. I've already run out of the AA Defense Alert consumable, which is kind of sad and annoying because her AA without a consumable, like, it's not bad, but it isn't as good as what you would expect it to be. I'm turning back in, and my teammate is asking us to group up because when you group up, the AA defense aura or the radius which the AA defense guns will fire on, or planes will get damaged within the radius. When many ships are clumped together, the damage increases, which means you can shoot down many planes. So I am basically sailing up to the King George V, and we are gathering to provide AA fire support. As you can see, we have 895 points while the enemy has 835. We are leading them by I think 50 points. So I don't want the King George V to die because if she dies, we might lose the match. So we are basically providing fire support. King George V has decent top protection, at least she's not dying, and I'm still shooting down lots of planes. The match is about to end with about 10 seconds left to the match. The enemy Kaga is going to appear, yeah, there she is, but with these few seconds left to the match, we can't take her out. With that, the match ends, our team wins, I pick up a Battle Star as well as a Clear Sky award. So guys, if you are playing cruisers or generally any ship in this game, always remember the role of the ship. In this case, the role of the USS Brooklyn in this battle was to provide anti-aircraft fire support, which I provided, and thus prevented the Kaga from sinking our ships. I killed 27 planes in this battle and I only destroyed one ship, which is the Akatsuki, and it's a bit annoying. But overall, great damage. This is one of the kind of games that I like to play when I play USS Brooklyn. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you liked the video, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, don't forget to check out my socials, which are linked in the video description down below. That's all for now. My name's HL, and I'll see you guys next time.